Joining us, we have with us Amit Singh, who's the head Cloud Business India with Wipro. So warm welcome indeed, sir. And with that, over to you.
Sure. Thanks. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I will start my presentation with a quick overview of where Wipro stands with respect to cloud capability. So if we look at different ratings from IDC or Gartner, be it related to professional services in cloud or managed services in cloud, we are the leaders in that space. So with that, I just want to share a quick positioning of Wipro with respect to cloud as a capability. And then even if we look at the native application development services in cloud, there also we are the leaders. So with this as a background, I just wanted to start with a small overview of where Wipro stands with respect to cloud capability. Today, cloud is a de facto platform for any digital transformation, and digital transformation as such is an art of possibility. Whatever you can imagine and think, it's just that you need a strong platform to enable you to deliver that kind of a thought process, what you want for your customers or for your employees. And that's where cloud is one of the most important basic platform which enables you to do that. So when we look at any kind of a digital transformation initiative or any IT initiative, it needs to run on a resilient platform. And that's where in cloud I define primarily resiliency from three aspects, be it availability of services, infra, any kind of a data you have running on the platform, or kind of a quick recovery backup in terms of any kind of failure you see. So any services which you want to deliver should be available. And that's where if you look at Azure Cloud, 99.9% is a default commit which is given to the customers. And depending on if you choose some specific set of services and set of combination of application available as a capability in the cloud, it can go even beyond to 99.999. So that's where ability is one of the key focus area provided by cloud. Then in my definition, efficiency. By efficiency, I mean in any adverse situation or any call of respective digital transformation initiative you're running, you're able to get proper support from your platform. That's where scalability in any form, be it horizontal or vertical, or having a lot of native features available natively in cloud, which will enable you to reach your goals, or optimization. Once you start, maybe how do you optimize it so that it creates more and more efficient output for your customer, and set of innovation. Probably if you look at Azure partners, they keep bringing new capability on a cloud platform, be it in AI/ML, be it in your application development area, be it in your data consumption, how do you consume data and do analytics around it. So overall, you can keep adding efficiency and any kind of a resilience expectation on the platform with respect to cloud. And third and most important player is security. From BFSI point of view, one of the most important aspects, and that's where a cloud platform provides a proactive way of providing security in a combination of, first of all, native security capability, be it encryption, be it some kind of authentication, be it isolation of network, be you want to do a SOC level monitoring, or you want to do any kind of proactive assessment. That is again provided by a cloud platform. So if I define these three basic tenets of resiliency, flexibility is the most important in all three. And that flexibility should be in terms of design, how you want to design your cloud, and in terms of breadth of offering, what all you can do once you take a cloud journey, what all offering which will help you do a better digital transformation initiative execution. And third is a consumption model. How free or how flexible the platform gives you, flexibility a platform gives you to consume the data. You want to consume at instance level, at overall, at monthly level or quarterly level. So different flavor of consumption which gives you complete flexibility. So looking at availability, efficiency, security, and a flexibility to do design, offering, and consumption. And that's the basic resiliency which I look at, and which cloud provides, or Azure cloud provides, for running any kind of a digital transformation. With that, I just want to share with you a couple of quick use cases which we have successfully delivered for our customers on cloud and on public cloud. That's where one of the customers was facing little slackness in how their current application is responding to query and search mechanism, and that is where we created that monolithic application. We converted into microservices architecture, and we did a replatforming of the existing old database to a new latest database and migrated that entire application on cloud to give that scalability and agility. And it also led to a better end user experience. So ideally, we are looking at a one use case. How do I bring better efficiency, availability for that application? We can plan that, modify it, re-platform it, and put it on cloud, where we can use that scalable and agile option and provide a better service to end customer. That's a clear-cut advantage. We can look at it. So I wanted to highlight, if it's a use case is about one set of application, that also can be taken. Second kind of a success story, we want to share a large insurance organization. They were having challenges with respect to end of life hardware, quarterly surge in kind of consumption needs for specific application which is core to their business, or trying to consume latest innovation available in market, but in bunch and in a smaller functionality, and then maybe based on success expand that to the larger enterprise adoption. That's where, again, for keeping these challenges in mind, Wipro took their entire lift and shift approach to migrate their end-to-end data center, around 700 plus instances, and move that to public cloud. And that's where they started getting the benefit of cloud consumption. Now we are next level. We are trying to go from IaaS to PaaS level. So that is another area of migration or digital transformation we can look at and go for that kind of a success. Third and quick thing I wanted to highlight, if let's say if any operation is generating large amount of data, this was one of the use cases for a shell manufacturing where in a month probably 7 to 8 terabytes of data is getting generated, and in a year we are looking at 80 to 100 terabytes of data. And use case is to collect all the data, see if there is any discrepancy which will lead to tell us and get a report of any kind of a machine not functioning properly, and get that kind of immediate alerting mechanism. The kind of data coming, creating, put in the SQL database of Azure, trying to get a quick alert out of it. And Wipro has developed its own open source platform which integrates with Azure Databricks solution and creates that kind of alerting mechanism, so that any of such deviations can be quickly alerted. And in future, if we look at it, how do we can expand that to leveraging Azure Stack and Azure Edge capability, and take that capability even to the nearer to the larger factory or in that scenario. Now, if I expand this example to the banking segment now or BFSI segment, you may have so many ATMs running today in the scenario. Probably you have to provide so many services going forward to the doorsteps of customer. Now all those machines will create a huge amount of data. So any variant, any deviation of such kind of a use case can be probably implemented in a similar manner, and we can take advantage of native capability of Azure cloud and expand over it. So I just wanted to share multiple use cases so we get a sense of it, that problem or thought process which we have, for which we want to transform from using a digital medium for end customer, can be implemented on cloud. And that is where, just to share some of the further engagement we see in BFSI, be it related to migrating end-to-end application to cloud, or modernization of application, or database modernization. And probably this COVID era also has pushed a lot of workplace modernization. So the email solutions which you're working on-prem is now everybody is going to public cloud way of working, and then how people to people connect in this COVID time is enabled by digital platform like Teams, and that's where these kind of engagements we are seeing in BFSI segment. Somebody is trying to set up the data platform, somebody is trying to evaluate a containerization platform for all kind of future applications. So apart from pinpoint projects which is either related to a specific team or specific theme, we can also look at overall organization wide cloud adoption journey which we want to take it. So it can be a mix of both. It can be a smaller project, it can be a larger digital initiative which can be built on cloud, and that will provide that kind of reach and quickness or agility. That is this. Just I want to share that multiple things we are seeing, and it can be replicated in your organization. Now when we come at, as I was mentioning, resiliency means design flexibility. That's where, depending on the need of your organization, you might go for a private cloud public cloud or a hybrid cloud, and that's where Azure as a platform provides you all kind of option or a combination of them, where either you can put it Azure Stack Hub, which will limit the data to on-prem and can make it a private cloud experience for you. And as we expand probably, then we can look at going to Azure public cloud. And then if you want to have a mix of both, where you want to run a containerized environment, you run a VMware environment, you want to run a combination of both on bare metal, then we can implement Azure Arc and get a central view of entire digital ecosystem of your organization, and we can have any kind of flexibility between these three depending on the need, and then deploy that solution and take it forward. Now once you decide to move to public cloud, now there are many headaches which you can go away with. For example, if you compare, if you exit from a data center, we are seeing some of the global banks are completely going for a data center exit, where they are making themselves away from the headaches of floor real estate management, power, cooling, maintenance, and all those aspects which is non-core to IT. And the more these kind of non-IT, non-core IT aspect you remove, it will add to your efficiency of operations. So that is another area which we should explore and look at, not only IT to IT. So probably if I expand to this logic, it will also facilitate and help you remove all those vendor management issues where you have to interact with so many facility team, IT team, or you have to set up a facility for DCDR. All those aspects will go away, and then that will make your entire IT operations more efficient and more optimized. And that's where even we can look at we can begin with a IS model and then probably expand into PaaS by converting some of the IT infra for DCDR to a PaaS component available. Like one of the customers, we first migrated database to cloud as is, and then after that we converted into, after 6 months of stability, we converted into a PaaS model to give the flexibility of OPEX model instead of CAPEX model. So options can be multiple we explore, and that's the resiliency of platform I was saying. The options are huge where we can explore that. And it's not like if you go for a CAPEX one-time investment, once you move there, that's the investment you have for 5 years committed. And that's where the cloud adoption will add to your efficiency by regularly giving you option of optimizing at storage level, at compute level, or maybe right sizing the instances or improving the elasticity. So wherever you need that extend, there only you utilize the cloud resources, further by giving you more and more easier way of adopting CAPEX to OPEX, and also having a regular cycle of optimization. And that will be a true cloud adoption. So basically it also creates, apart from operational efficiency, it creates an economic case also as we move forward on public cloud. Now, security is one of the most important aspect when you go for a cloud adoption. And I see Azure kind of a platform giving a complete independence. Either you can integrate and run with the existing checkpoints, Palo Altos of the world, and antivirus and every defense in depth scenario, and you can adopt that, or you can have a mix and match where you can use the detective control natively built in Azure cloud, or you can have your native infrastructure and security control, and also have those external third party security solution in a combination of A plus B. So you look at identity level access, you look at detective control, you look at protective control at infrastructure level or data level security, or any kind of incident response, all of those features. And obviously this is constantly evolving. It's not that static. So security is a big focus area on cloud platform, and that definitely can be delivered using any of these which we propose to our customer as and when we design the solutions. Apart from security, the platform of cloud is available in multiple regions in India, so it gives you availability backup in depending on the zones or DCDR kind of a setup, even at instance level, or backup doing main operation somewhere and DR running DR in some other. The cloud is mighty impaneled. So again, the local law of land, whichever governs the IT policy of India, there also it is impaneled, or RBI or IRDA guidelines, which provides us a IT and operational outsourcing or even security guidelines that can be met through this. So either you're looking at regional level availability kind of a backup, or resource level of availability and security, all the options are available. And that's where moving to cloud is a must evaluation criteria for any kind of a resilience digital platform we want to build. So now going forward, when we look at customers, depending on their existing app and infrastructure or data center workload, we convert, or we propose these kind of broad 4 themes. Either convert some of the application to SaaS model, or uplift the existing application, make it cloud ready and then go on cloud, or third is you take a complete wholesale track and go it on public cloud and then modernize there. So all those probable option as an advisor or a cloud advisor, Wipro can take or support you or help you and suggest that which module of public cloud or on-prem or combination of both is the right model to go forward and take that journey forward. And with this, I just want to share Wipro has its own cloud studio, which would have done 20,000 plus workload migration to public cloud. So we have a huge customer base and we have invested hugely in setting up this a central factory model of cloud migration or journey to cloud kind of a model where we have a delivery automation, everything run through this and huge migration, any kind of a huge migration or cloud adoption journey or any kind of a new platform setup, we can run it for you. And this is one thing we wanted to share with all of you. And this setup is also mapped to Azure cloud adoption framework. So our Wipro's cloud studio is mapping to the strategy or planning readiness or migration schedule, whichever the framework which Azure has provided for a right cloud adoption. This our cloud studio is mapped to that and certified by Azure and Microsoft. So that is another thing. So we'll be in sync for giving any kind of a approach or any kind of a solution to you. So with this, looking at time, with this, I will wrap up my presentation. So I wanted to give you that any kind of a resilience you're looking for, any kind of a digital transformation you take, cloud is the right way to go and Azure is the right platform to give you that options and availability option and security option to go for a whole hog adoption. With that, I will thank everyone for being part of this presentation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Amit. Thank you, in fact, for sharing across some interesting initiatives and key insights on reimagining enterprise cloud journeys. So thank you again for joining us this morning and sharing your perspectives.